Letting go is an act of faith and trust. It's about believing that you deserve the things that you want, but knowing that you don't have to control every step of the way. When you detach from the outcome, you open yourself up to receive blessings and opportunities that you may have not imagined. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Next Level podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that is a game changer when it comes to manifesting your dream life, the power of letting go and enjoying the journey. We're going to talk about how detachment plays a huge role in making your desires a reality. So if you're ready, then let's get into this week's podcast episode. So we're going to kick off with what is detachment. Okay, detachment is the practice of releasing control over the outcome of your desire. It doesn't mean that you stop caring or give up on your goals. It just means that you stop worrying about how is it going to happen or when is it going to happen. You're no longer holding on to the need for things to turn out exactly as you planned. Instead, you're trusting that everything will unfold in the best way possible, even if it doesn't look like exactly how you imagined. So, for example, let's say you're working towards a promotion at work. Okay, we've all been there. You've put in the effort, you set your intentions, but now you're stressed out every day about whether you're going to get it or not. And that, my friend, is attachment. When you are attached to the outcome of something, you're constantly thinking about it, worrying about it, and unknowingly creating resistance towards it. But if you detach, what this means is that you trust that the right opportunities will come at the right time for you. Okay, so you still show up, you still need to do that, you still need to do your best, you still need to take action, but then you release the need to control every little detail or timeline. And this allows space for things to flow and new opportunities, and maybe even better than you imagined, to come your way. I heard this thing on a video. It said that if you are supposed to be a main character, no matter how many times you apply for a supporting role, you will not get it because you are supposed to be the main character. So imagine if you were an actress, okay, and you were going to do, what do they do? Castings for supporting role, and you get rejected all the time, and you're like, why am I getting rejected? It's just a supporting role. But it's because you have main character energy, so you will keep on getting rejected until the main character thing that equals your main character energy is ready for you. Another example could be in relationships. Imagine you're dating someone new. I've been there, you've probably been there as well. You really want it to work out. Okay, but if you are constantly overthinking whether they're going to call, you're checking your phone, you're stressing about how they feel about you, or worrying about like the future, do they like you? Like, are they talking to other people? When you attach, you're trying to force the outcome because you fear losing the thing that you are holding onto. But when you detach, you let go of that fear and you trust, my friend, that if it is meant to be, it will be. That saying alone is so peaceful to me. I'm going to say it again. You trust that if it is meant to be, it will be. And if it's not, then something better may come along. And this shift in mindset not only makes you feel more at peace the way it does for me, but it just makes you or helps you create positive energy around the relationship, which can actually attract the outcome that you want. Detachment is such a freeing feeling because it allows you to enjoy and be in the present moment without getting bogged down by anxiety about the future. Okay, you can just be present in the moment because you're going to start to focus on things that brings you joy. And you're going to live your life fully. You're going to be your authentic self rather than sitting in a corner stressing about whether the guy's going to text you back or whether you're going to get the promotion. Go on with your life and experience your life and raise your energy, raise your vibration. And naturally, when you are in that state, you will align with the thing that is ultimately meant for you. Letting go and detaching also helps you avoid the trap of desperation. Okay, desperation carries a very low vibration, and when you're desperate, you send out the signal to the universe that you don't believe that you can actually manifest what you want, or that you don't believe that you can attract that thing in your life. But when you detach, you're signaling to say, I've done my part, so I'm open and I'm ready to receive. And I have done this recently. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes how I got there. Signaling to the universe, saying I'm open and ready to whatever is for my highest good, that is the sweet spot for manifesting, because you're no longer blocking what's meant for you, because you no longer have that resistance, because you're not stressing about the thing all the time. So let's talk about how you can practice detachment. And the first thing you need to do is set your intention and then release it. Okay, so what that means in practical terms is visualize what you want. You can write it down and then trust that it will happen. So what I did practically, I applied to be part of a program. Let's call it an event. I applied, and because I realized this detachment method and I thought, let me try this out, I went on my walk. So I applied for the program the one day, and then I was thinking about it, right? I was like checking my emails for a response. I think I applied the Friday, and like this Saturday I was like checking my emails for a response, knowing that it's weekend. But anyway, I was there like being very attached to it, and I remember this detachment process, and I thought, okay, let me try it out. So I think about the Sunday or so, I went on my walk and I visualized me being accepted for the event. But what I visualized was not like seeing the email to say, hey, I've been accepted. I visualized myself like returning from the event, having been there, and then returning and telling people about how amazing it was. So ultimately, I stepped into it as if it already happened. And on my walk, I was visualizing this, and it was so extremely powerful that I was so inside this visualization that I almost forgot that I was on my walk. I visualized it. Obviously, I've written it down previously, so I didn't need to do that again. I just visualized it on my walk. I felt so much joy, and because that's truly like the thing about manifestation, or the thing about like us wanting things anyway. Okay, we only want things because we think it's going to make us feel a certain way. Think the thing that you want, how is it going to make you feel, and how can you step into that feeling? So that's what I did. And then by the Monday, they had responded to me with an assessment, and I said to myself, I'm going to complete this to the best of my ability, and I submitted the assessment. But because of my visualization the previous days and me already feeling like I've been there, I wasn't attached to anything. I did it, I submitted it. I told my partner, hey, I did the assessment, life went on. I like actually forgot about it, because in visualizing it, because I stepped into such a powerful visualization, I almost forgot about it. And then I genuinely forgot about it. And so the Monday I did the assessment, and then by the next, I was just going on with my life that week. And then by the next Sunday, I was doing my morning routine. And then I thought, oh, let me open my email. And I opened my email, and then I got an email to say that I was approved for this event. And I was in such shock that I started crying, because it was such a big deal to me. And I started crying, and then I went out of the email, sitting in the moment, but I had to go back, because I was like, did this really happen, or was I still in my visualization, because the visualization was so strong? Even though it was such a big deal to me, I literally I sat and I cried out of joy, and then I got up and I started dancing out of joy, and I took myself to the beach to celebrate, etc. But even though it was it's such a big deal for me, I wasn't stressing about it all the time, because I detached from it. And honestly, it came so fast into my life. Within a period of 2 weeks, this major thing got approved, and it was just out of the world. Follow me on Instagram, and you'll soon find out what it is if you're curious to know. And number 2 is to be present in the moment. So just to focus on the present instead of worrying about the future. Enjoy where you are currently at and do the things that bring you joy, and the rest will fall into place. Just be and live your authentic life. This, again, I truly believe, and I've been stepping more into, I know what I want to manifest. I'm very clear on it. I set my intention, and now I am ready. I'm calling in, show me how good this can get. And I'm going on my walks, and I'm living my life, and I am not stressing about things. I have received my biggest manifestations in moments when I was having the most fun. The first time I went to Paris, I got promoted to be a human capital general manager. Then a year after that, I went to Milan. Literally in Milan I was traveling, okay? I was like in a different country, and my promotion came through to be a human capital director. The first day of my job as a human capital director, I don't know why I'm doing air quotes if you're watching a video, but the first day of work, I was in a different country, like for holiday. So if that doesn't tell you, like, but before, what was happening, like when I talk about the directorship, previously when I was attaching myself to it, I used to say, okay, when I do this work thing, when I roll out performance management, like they'll probably make me a director after that. And then they didn't. And then I was like, okay, the next project, if I do the next project, then they'll make me director. And I kept on doing that until I realized, like, what is it that I am looking for? Becoming a director, what does that mean to me? And I got director opportunities from other organizations, and it was not like making me feel the way I wanted it to feel, again, because what we want, it's not like the thing, it's the feeling that we think the thing is going to give us. And then I got very clear. I was like, I want to be a director at the company that I am at. Okay, so that was the thing I needed to get very clear about. I wasn't interested in any other company. Once I got clear about that, I let it go into the universe. I stopped putting like these milestones for myself. If I do this, then that. I stopped with that. And I was just like, this will happen at the perfect time when I am that energetic match for it. And just in trusting, of course, it happened. Okay, and then my number 3 is to trust the process. Remind yourself that everything is unfolding in the most perfect way, even if you can't see it yet. It is so important to remember that what is meant for you will not pass you by. And if that thing is not meant for you, something better is on its way. Letting go is an act of faith and trust. Like I said, it's about believing that you deserve the things that you want, but knowing that you don't need to be part of every single step. You can let go of control. You can open yourself up to receiving, to letting the universe, letting the angels, whatever you believe in, even if it is your highest, most truest self, letting that energy manifest or bring to life the thing that you ultimately desire. As you go about your day, my friend, ask yourself, where can I let go? Where can I trust more and stress less? Okay, that's going to be the theme for this week. Where can we trust more and stress less? Detachment is about freeing yourself from the weight of control and stepping into a state of flow where life becomes more enjoyable and your desires manifest with ease. I truly believe when I am in a state of like having fun, then my desires come to me so easily. And this is the best way that I can give you the formula. So thank you so much for tuning into this week's podcast episode. If this resonates with you, please share it with someone that you think it might help. And I am so thankful for you for being here. If you're an OG listener week after week, I am so grateful for you. Until next time, keep trusting, keep believing, keep letting go so that you can get to your next level. I will chat to you in the next episode. Bye.